I'm Nikki, this is Jason, and this is Curiosity, our home and the driving force behind our thirst for exploration, literally and philosophically. Because we believe curiosity is the key to unlocking life. It's what pushes us outside our comfort zone, softens our assumptions, and helps us embrace the great unknown. And right now, we're definitely surfing on the outskirts of our comfort zone.
We just lost our life raft. The old locker all just got ripped off.
We're 7 days into a 1,300 nautical mile journey across the Pacific Ocean, from the remote island country of Tonga to New Zealand. And the voyage so far has been eventful.
Holy crap, the light's on! What's going on?
That's our main halyard. Your dinghy looks very sad. We busted yet another window.
We knew this passage would be challenging and that we needed to prepare ourselves for anything. And we had envisioned all sorts of terrifying mountainous waves, roaring winds, and water coming at us like a fire hose. But we never anticipated this.
You want to tell us what happened on your watch last night?
So about 8 o'clock last night, we got hit by a big wave coming from the front. Bam! A loud bangs. Not that uncommon because our bridge deck is kind of low. We get hit all the time. But this one just sounded different. And all of a sudden I saw water just splashing up. Boom! Through the life raft locker. And I was like, well, we get some water splashing, but this was intense. And then the freezer that we have in the table was getting swamped, and then I thought, what the hell is going on? I opened the locker and the life raft is gone. A couple dock lines we had in there are gone, and it's like the ocean's right there, and I oh shit! Close it quick, lock it, boom, we get hit by another wave, water's still splashing up around the sides, so I go down and I get up the tarp, put a tarp down, and well, pick me up, and then we proceeded to make a plan, which is what you see now is our temporary plan.
Ocean? Jason.
Super scary, holy crap. So we're basically being protected from the ocean by about this much fiberglass. Teeny tiny door, so that's what we're gonna work on today. First, we're gonna check the batteries, make sure they didn't get swamped with salt water.
Lithium, so we really don't need those vents. They're taped up from the inside now, but taped up from the outside as well. Just kind of add a little extra protection to this compartment so that if we get in bigger seas and that water really starts coming in, it doesn't affect our batteries. Because if we lose our batteries, then, well, we lose all of our power.
Including autopilot.
Yeah. And let's just not go there. Keep it all avoidable.
Just for reference, here is what the locker used to look like. Not like this, but like this.
Good old beetle tape to the rescue again. Okay, we're just gonna smash this into the cracks here because when the water splashes up, it comes up with some force. Right now we're in a good sea state, but last night it was intense.
You just sort of smush it in and it works like almost like caulk.
Yeah. Feels sort of like a really, really firm Play-Doh, but it has pretty good adhesion really to anything, even when it's kind of wet or damp.
The idea with the tape, the tarp, and mess of foam and cushions is to try and keep the waves from lifting and slamming the locker door. Because if this door breaks, things are going to get a lot scarier.
Mid-passage refuel.
Conceded to the fact that we might need to run an engine the whole way to get enough speed that we can get there in 3.5 more days. So
before the next big low hits.
Before the next big storm hits over New Zealand. So we're topping everything up so we don't have to worry about doing it in case these get worse. actually a really nice day today. I mean, minus the fact there's no wind.
But with our current state,
yeah, it's good for us.
Yeah.
My story began as cliche as it gets. Not looking for love, just a night out with friends. You walked in the door onto my movie set. The fat lady sang and pigs started flying. Said I never let a lover so that deep inside my soul. People telling me to settle, but I always wanna roam. Now you make me wanna stay, even when I gotta go. Now you're all up in my head, I can feel it in my bones. Everything is passing, people, places. Ever since you happened, can't stop laughing. Oh, not silver screen, ain't no silver lining.
Yeah, just sit here for a minute.
About 1,001 thoughts running through my head, starting from the very beginning of the trip, whenever we had, you know, a busted water pipe before we ever even left the bay. It's kind of like, that should have been a sign, but you never really know what anything means, and who knows if it meant anything at all, you know? But it's like, there was just that, and then we've got an issue going on with the furler that's now separated. I haven't even bothered to get footage of that. Blown line, and then of course now the cockpit. So many other things, fine, you rig it up, whatever. And even for the cockpit, like, we're cool for now. But that could turn into something quite ugly really fast now at this point. So it's sketchy, real sketchy. You're just out here in it with no options other than whatever you can think of in the moment, which is very like empowering in one aspect, because it's like, yeah, self-reliance, like it's up to me kind of thing. And then there's the like, what the f is wrong with us? Like, who chooses to do this shit, you know? But then yeah, now here I am. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. It's beautiful, and if it weren't for those things, this would be one of those like days, you know, because it's just so incredible. I don't know. It's just all the emotions you go through and all of the stuff that happens out here. It's the kind of stuff that you just can't explain and you can't show it, and if you try, it's kind of, you either feel overly dramatic or like you're trying to make something better than what it really is. But that's the thing, like there it just are these extremes, and it's either can be so good and it can also be so terrifying, and that's what keeps you coming back for it, I guess. I don't know.
Everybody wants that's in the nautical. Like when you close your eyes, the kind you're thinking of.
Knots of wind, and our seas are definitely building. Woo! What?
You have one foot on the mattress?
Yeah.
The sea's trying to get you?
It's not a good thing when it's getting colder and colder the further we sail. And I'm getting wetter and wetter. The waves are getting worse and worse, and I'm like, I want to shower, but I don't want to go down there in this and take a shower. That sounds crazy. Oh, big wave.
Our latches and our butyl tape didn't hold up very long, not in these conditions. Like, obviously the latches are broken, we're just hoping the door stays intact. but every time a wave hits from underneath there, it kind of feels like a sea monster trying to come up and like get you. Like so much water comes out. Serious trapdoor.
Yeah.
Landmine. Right in the middle.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah. Crazy thing is, it's been how many days out here? 7 or I don't even know. But I've seen nothing. No whales, no dolphins, not even a jumping fish, other than seabirds. Nothing. Just us. Us with a bunch of water. You found life!
There's a squid. Poor little guy. Jumped up on deck and I guess he couldn't get off.
A little stiff and sticky, huh?
Yeah.
Should we eat him?
No. I think he's a little past his prime.
Send him back to the ocean. So this sail hasn't seen the light of day in 2 years?
At least 2 years. See if we remember how to do this thing. That looks right.
Wonder how moldy it's gonna be. Should we take bets?
This voyage has been a serious test of our fortitude, and we always thought that the last leg of the journey would be the hardest, because sailing into New Zealand in winter is notorious for nasty storms and huge seas. So the fact that we're busting out our light wind sail is surreal.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm about a 7 on the nerve level. It's been a long time.
Smoke, you settle down when you appear. Your face, it made my vision crystal clear. If I miss my destination, well, that's alright with me. 'Cause now there's somewhere else I gotta be. Even if I met you in another life, still feel like I would end up with you. Got this kind of energy that makes me smile. I just wanna settle down with you. My marigold, your marigold, and my marigold, your marigold, and style is classic in a modern way. Never danced with you, I dance the night away. If we keep our good intentions and sell what we don't need, then life will bring us more than we can keep. And even if I met you in another life, still feel like I would end up with you. Got this kind of energy that makes me smile. I just wanna settle down with you.
Sailing across an ocean is a peculiar experience, and this is the most curious day of them all.
Huh? Huh? Land ho!
Because after a brutal 10 days at sea, there she is, New Zealand finally taking shape on the horizon. A faraway and magical land we never dreamed we would set foot on, much less sail ourselves into, and yet here we are, all the way from Middle America to Middle Earth.
Yay! Quarantine! That's what the yellow flag means. Quarantine. It's the cute flag.
Yeah,
Quarantine.
yeah, we got it.
You got it?
Yeah,
No dock lines. All the dock lines are gone with the life raft.
You want to tell people what happened?
Well, we heard so many bad stories about the waves getting really big when you get down here, because we knew they were going to be following seas at the end of our sail. We just didn't know how big the seas were going to be. We had our lines set aside so they were ready to be our drogue in case the seas were really bad and we wanted to throw them out. And sure enough, we lost our life raft and our dock line. So it's a good thing the seas weren't big, because we also lost our impromptu drogue. But yeah, I've got like an old Genoa line and a couple of those old Genoa lines just hanging out. And we're gonna tie up to the dock with whatever we got. It'll be fine.
It's gonna work.
It's gonna be fine. Yeah, look at our poor fenders. It's probably been 3 years since we used one of the fenders. They are torn to shreds. Slimy. I haven't gotten those out in like 5 years.
Well, we're here, or awfully close to here, and it's dark. And we have not come into a city or anything remotely big in a long time. We've got a river to navigate and all sorts of stuff. Of course, it's dark, so I'm not going to be able to show you a whole lot of it. I'm slightly nervous. We haven't tied up to a dock in years. It all feels very exciting. Ah, it's also very cold. There's Jason, but you can't see him because it's black out here.
Black. Nope, can barely see you. We made it.
Whew.
Here we're tied up, man. This is the guys from Predict when we were messaging back and forth, and John too, our agent. He was telling us that, oh, Pooh is so small. There's not really that many lights. It's not too complicated. We've been in the middle of nowhere for 2.5 years. We've never...
More than 3 lights is a lot of lights.
Oh, so we're on the dock. The customs agents showed us where we can go, and
Which is nowhere.
basically, yeah, right here. This is it. I got some lines tied up. We're good for the night. I'll inspect everything tomorrow, and I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, it's caca camouflage right next to us all over the dock, so I have a feeling our boat's going to be caca camouflaged in the morning.
Yeah, we'll have to show him that tomorrow. Actually, yeah, I can't see anything. Anyway, we're here.
Good night!
Night night. Well, we thought maybe because of the state of the vessel not being secure, having so many problems, and we spent, 10 and a half days at sea, that maybe we wouldn't have to go to quarantine in Auckland, but that looks like That is still happening despite everything. They did bring us over 2 dock lines so that we at least had 2 dock lines that were good. So I feel at least a little bit better with leaving the boat tied up here. But you know, it's like we still have cracked windows that leak and everything else. There's a storm coming starting tomorrow. Hopefully the boat's okay by the time we get back. They're saying it could be anywhere from 5 to 7 days because we did stop at Minerva because of all the issues and the weather. So
that's a lot to take in.
It's just a lot. Yeah, so it's all very stressful, but everybody's
given 2 hours notice, but everybody's been friendly.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's been incredibly nice, and I get it all. I do. Like, protocols are in place for a reason. They're just trying to make sure that everybody's safe, especially us, because if we came down with COVID, that's where the medical facilities are. So that's kind of why they put everybody in Auckland. We're packed. We think we've secured everything as best as we can, and that's that. Yeah.
Off to MIQ.
Yeah.
Again.
Mm-hmm. I know I'm forgetting something. I just don't know what it is yet.
It's day 6 of quarantine, and holy cow, it's just flown by.
Yeah. We've had 2 COVID tests, both negative, and we get released tomorrow, so we are having to do 7 days.
And it's incredible how fast 7 days goes by when you've been disconnected for 10 days at sea. The inbox is just through the roof.
Instagram DMs, I just there's no way you can't even get through all of that. So it's a little overwhelming.
Then on top of that, trying to find places to do boat work and a place for us to store the boat. Holy cow, there's so many boats stuck here that all the marinas are full, all the mooring balls are taken.
Yeah, so space is kind of a premium around here, but I think maybe we've figured it out.
Got a solution.
Yeah.
We better, because we have to leave tomorrow.
Yeah, we have to move the boat immediately because we are on the quarantine dock and they want us off of there since we're released. So first item of business is to move the boat. Oh man, I really did not want to go to quarantine, really at all. But in hindsight, it was kind of nice to have a break from the boat and the passage and just some time to process everything. Really, it was the most stressful passage we have had, and it wasn't entirely because of weather. It was actually more due to the boat, because the cracked window was kind of the first big one. That really kind of shook our confidence in our vessel and made us think that, okay, do we have some structural issues going on? Is there something bigger here? Should we be more concerned? So that was unnerving. And then, of course, this happened. We actually got really lucky with our weather, that what was predicted and what happened kind of lined up, because we could have been in a lot of trouble out there. And so we really got lucky. We feel that, certainly. And I just wanted to make sure and say thank you. Thank you for watching, for being a part of this journey. A huge shout out to Kent and the team at Just Catamarans for answering our satellite messages at like 2 a.m. and just being our sounding board for when all of this stuff was going crazy. We felt like we had a lot of support, so we really appreciate that. Definitely a huge shout out to our patrons. Thank you for following along on our live tracker map and just for all of your support. Yeah. So wouldn't be possible without all of you, and it just made us feel like we had a crew even way out there in the middle of the ocean. We just never felt alone. So anyway, we really appreciate that. Not looking forward to all these boat projects, I'm not gonna lie. I am, but I'm also not. I'm a little nervous about what we'll find, but that is for another day. So, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Adios, amigos. This is just a really big hole.